What's up, NZers?
Hi!
And welcome back to another family reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out something that's really cool. This is like a bit of a trip back in time for us. And we're about to show the kids what some of our childhood looked like, and probably potentially what some of your childhoods looked like as well. So this is called Growing Up in the 1980s. And
Can I just say, it's not that far back in time.
it's not that far back in time, but it's weird because when you do think about that far back, it's like, wow, how times have changed.
Yeah.
And that's what we're probably going to discover in this.
To be fair though, I only had 4 years of life
Same. We were both born in 1986.
Yeah.
So we were more probably 90s kids than 80s, but I can still like remember a few things. And also, it's some things from the 80s kind of like, melted over into the 90s.
Totally.
Especially since being down here in New Zealand, we basically just got a bunch of reruns of things. And
Yeah, we did.
A whole bunch of
America was well into the 90s and we were probably still in the 80s.
Yeah, I remember like mid-90s, The Goonies came out in New Zealand as if it was like a brand new blockbuster movie, but it was released like 10 years before in America. So yeah, the kids are going to probably see some things in here and be like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what do you even do with that?
If you grew up in the 1980s, you know it was a time like no other.
Super Nintendo.
From picking up the volume to your favorite MTV videos.
I remember
to spending hours at the arcade playing Pac-Man.
Yes.
Rushing out of bed for Saturday morning cartoons and carefully crafting the perfect mixtape. It was a decade that gave us memories we'll never forget. So let's rewind time
the DVD store,
and relive
video
those
store.
golden days with the things that made childhood awesome.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
I had a very different childhood to
Yeah,
you
you did. We had. I was very much into the pop culture.
Yeah.
Anything American or anything like that, I was like, I loved and I was into, and I got quite exposed to.
Yeah, you had all the things.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up watching TV, so I didn't wake up on Saturday morning and watch the cartoons. So a
Yeah,
lot of those
true.
cartoons I've never seen.
Yeah.
A lot of the popular videos or
True.
videos,
So I suppose you're
never
actually
saw.
probably in the same boat as the
I'm
kids
way
here.
more in the same boat.
What was it like?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll be learning, and whereas
Yeah.
you had everything. That's why so many things like songs that we listen to and stuff, I've not heard before.
Yeah,
I
feel
missed
like
out on that.
I feel like you were raised as like a country kid, and I was
Yeah.
raised as like a city kid.
Yeah.
You were raised like just get outside and play, and
Yes.
just and come back at dark and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I
like
did
if they-
I did a little bit of that, but I was
Yeah.
also very much into like all the pop culture things.
Yeah,
all the cartoons.
things like chatterings that came out in the
Oh
90s.
yeah, true. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was into that, but like if you talk about a TV program or
Video
or
games.
even songs, mixtapes with songs.
True. I've been showing you some good old school songs though. You've kind of like been catching up a bit.
Well, we do reactions for songs, and people cannot believe that. They're like, "There's no way you hadn't heard that."
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's true.
It's very true.
just like that, it turned music into a visual experience.
MTV.
I remember seeing MTV in my late
So
teens.
basically, kids. So before MTV, all music was basically just on the radio.
Yeah, you couldn't see it.
You couldn't choose what song was on.
Yeah.
You just had to like, oh, that's the rock station, that's the jazz station,
Yeah.
that's the like hip hop station.
Oh,
So
so
there
like,
were no videos to go with the
Yeah.
music.
so like MTV was basically the start of like music videos.
Yeah, they say MTV killed the radio star.
Yeah.
That's like the saying. But then also go back to the cartoons and the games and everything. Well, you could play what game you wanted to. But with the cartoons, the only time they ever showed cartoons was on Saturday morning.
Yeah,
so
when
you had
they-
to get
and you
up on
couldn't take
time.
it either.
You had to see it. There was no like recording. There was no like seeing it the next day or anything like that. It was you had to wait. If you missed it, you had to wait for reruns. So you could go to school on Monday and everybody had seen the latest episode and you're like, bro, I missed it. And they were like,
when was
oh,
the rerun?
yeah, you missed it.
Well, when did they rerun it?
Oh, probably like months later. Probably if not like a year or two.
Could you record it somehow?
Yeah, not until they bought out, I think maybe in the late 80s when they bought out like VCRs and stuff. But it was, before that it was like really, I remember recording like things on VHS.
So you're like, if you slept in, you
Yeah.
were like, dang it.
Yep, slept in or missed it
Man,
or
why
whatever.
didn't you get me out?
Yeah, exactly. That was your one chance to see it.
Buzzy.
No streaming, no Netflix.
I still
Nothing.
remember the first time I saw the video for Sweet Child O' Mine. It felt like the whole world
sucks.
stopped for those few minutes. Suddenly, your favorite songs weren't just on the radio. They had music videos with iconic
Mean
visuals
here, dude.
that stayed with you long after the song ended. MTV
It's like you
gave
get
us a
dust and
front row
cobwebs
seat to the 80s music scene, with artists like Madonna and Michael Jackson lighting up the screen and shaping pop culture in real time.
Yeah.
And we'll get into those legends in a bit. But for now, MTV was the channel that made music a non-stop part of our daily lives. Saturday morning cartoons. Now that was the highlight of the week.
Yep.
Scooby-Doo, Smurfs, He-Man, Transformers, you name it, it was there. The second that NBC or
Yes.
ABC Peacock flashed on screen,
Oh, I remember that.
you knew it was go time. No DVRs,
The Jetsons,
no streaming. If you
Flintstones.
missed it, you were out of luck till reruns.
Yep.
And let's be real. We all tried to convince our parents that watching Super Friends counted as
I remember that.
educational. Those mornings were pure magic, simple, silly, and so good. Remember
So
when
good.
these round-faced dolls with their adults
yeah.
I remember
caused
those.
complete chaos?
Freaky, eh?
Moms lined up for hours. Kids begged endlessly. All for that magical moment of unboxing.
And they're so
The
ugly.
sweet vinyl smell, the carefully chosen name, and the way everyone swore they were real. The clothes, the accessories, even those questionable yarn hairdos.
Oh, it's DJ
People
from
adored
Fallout.
every little detail. Because in that moment, holding your very own Cabbage Patch Kid, it wasn't just a doll, it was a childhood treasure. When the
I never
Nintendo
had one.
Entertainment System
Oh,
dropped,
yes.
it was a game changer.
Oh,
Suddenly,
man.
your living room turned into
Wait,
your
what?
personal arcade.
I love those.
Kids
Nintendo
everywhere
pistol.
were glued
Yep.
to their TVs, blasting through Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, and
Yes.
Donkey Kong. The 8-bit graphics might seem
Duck
basic
hunting.
now,
Yep.
but back then, they were a whole new world. Of course, our parents set a timer to limit how long we could play.
Yep.
But every minute was gold. It gave us some of the best moments in gaming history.
So
and in this
good.
video, we'll also take a look at another console that came out a little earlier, one you probably know well.
Atari?
Pac-Man was more than
I
just a game. It was an obsession. You couldn't walk into an arcade without hearing that iconic tune.
Yes. Oh, man, I heard that so many times.
The simple
still played
concept
that.
of
Yeah.
gobbling up dots while avoiding ghosts became a phenomenon. Kids, teens, even adults, all trying to get the highest score and maybe even see that infamous game over screen. The yellow circle with a mouth became a pop culture icon, and Pac-Man wasn't just a game, it was part of everyday life. Who else spent hours in front of that screen chasing the perfect run?
Yep.
For us, Blockbuster
Oh,
was the ultimate
yes.
movie destination.
I spent many hours in Blockbuster.
Yeah, same.
Oh, United Video as well.
Yeah, United Video.
10,000 tapes in one.
Every Friday night, we'd head to the
Yep.
bright blue and yellow store,
Same.
hunting for the perfect VHS tape to rent. And sometimes, we'd walk out with more movies than we could
That's how
carry.
you had to choose your movies
We'd
Yeah.
usually
back in the
spend an
day.
hour just browsing the aisles, trying to decide what to watch.
Instead of browsing Netflix.
Those
Yeah.
moments
Yeah.
were a big part of the 80s experience. Picking out a movie and having a fun night in with friends or family.
AI
Blockbuster wasn't just a video rental store, it was where the weekend began.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Michael
get games.
Jackson and Madonna were the unstoppable duo of the 80s. MJ wasn't just the king of pop, he was the king of cool. His moonwalk on Motown 25 changed everything, and the world couldn't get enough of his hits
Thriller.
like Billie Jean and Thriller. Meanwhile, Madonna was the queen of reinvention. With every new song, look, and attitude, she kept us guessing. Whether she was singing Like a Virgin or Material Girl, she was always one step ahead. Together, they dominated the airwaves and set the tone for the decade, leaving an indelible mark on music, style, and pop culture that we still feel today. Before streaming and binge watching, we had the mighty VCR. Getting your first one felt like unlocking a new level of
Right.
freedom. You could finally record your favorite shows
Yep.
or rent a movie and pause it. No more waiting for reruns or racing home
Oh, it
to
was
catch something live.
Huge.
And
Game
let's not
changer.
forget
Yeah.
the classic "Be Kind" rewind
Yes.
sticker.
I remember
on
that.
every
Always
rented
rewind it,
VHS
otherwise
tape.
you get a fine.
Friday nights at home with a
Wait,
stack
what?
of tapes from the video store.
So basically, so
Yeah,
you get a
tape.
VCR and it's the whole thing's on like a tape, right? And it's like on this side, and as you play it, it slowly unwinds and then winds up onto the side as it's going past the little.
But it used
like,
to take
laser that-
ages to rewind it. Like,
Yeah.
how long did it take to
Oh,
rewind
I
the
think
video?
it's like 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
But you just have sometimes you could like I remember the first ones that came out, you had to sit there and hold it
yeah, yeah.
and to rewind it all the way, and it's like. Like you can hear it like rewinding, and then later on they came out with one you could just push it and it would just automatically rewind.
Yeah, and you could leave it.
But it would still take so long.
Yeah.
So because you had to get it ready for the next person to rent out when you dropped it back.
Yeah.
What about the warnings from the FBI if you
Oh, yeah.
if you copied one?
Yeah, if you're found copying it.
And
or
it was like
anything.
you.
Yeah, we'll be in jail if you
Yeah,
copy
it's
this
like-
movie.
If you copied it and like gave it to someone
Did
else.
you ever do that?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have known. I was too young to know how to do that.
Pardon?
Did you?
Not me.
Papa probably did to save money.
Oh,
Comfort in
typical.
the 80s.
I'm gonna tell the FBI.
Yes, the iconic.
Oh, Walkman. Yep, I had
When the
one.
Walkman came along, It was like getting your own private concert.
That's the
anytime.
greatest
That's
meme
Deezer.
of all time.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you weren't stuck listening to whatever was playing on the radio.
Yes.
You had your own mixtapes, your own music, right in your pocket. Whether you were riding your bike, mowing the lawn, or just trying to tune out your siblings,
That's the original
those
Spotify.
foam-covered headphones were your escape. It made music feel personal in a way nothing else had before. This little cube showed up in the early 80s and instantly became the puzzle everyone had to
Dang,
try.
I was always so bad at them.
You'd sit for hours twisting and turning, hoping to get all 6 sides lined up.
I can do it.
No, you can't. No one can. It's bullshit.
No, I'm pretty sure I can do it.
No, you can't.
Some kids could solve it in under a minute. Those were the legends. The
Yep.
rest of us either faked it by pulling off the stickers or gave up halfway through and used it as a paperweight. It wasn't just a toy. It was a challenge, a trend, and
I've
for
never
many of
solved
us,
one.
a test of patience
Neither.
we never quite passed. There was just something special about making a mixtape in the 80s.
Yeah.
You'd sit by the radio, finger hovering over the record button,
Yep.
waiting for your
And
favorite
made it-
song
yep.
to come
Oh
on,
my
hoping
goodness.
the DJ wouldn't talk over the intro.
I remember so many times.
Missing it?
You know, my favorite song would come on, and I'd like sprint over and like dive in midair and go doof on the record button, and then you go back to listen to it, it's like miss the entire like first 30 seconds of the song. It's like, oh, that's just the best. That's all I've got.
It was like crafting your own personal soundtrack, with each song perfectly capturing a moment in time. Anyone else still have their
Yep.
old mixtapes
Oh,
yeah.
stashed away somewhere?
Rewinding it.
Let
Yeah.
me know in the comments. Back in the 80s, if you needed to make a call, chances were you were looking for a payphone. They
No
were
cell
everywhere.
phones.
On street corners, in gas stations, and outside stores. No texting, no instant messaging. Just a coin and a moment of waiting.
How did they live
Sometimes you'd find yourself digging through your pockets for enough change to make that call.
Yeah.
And let's not forget how awkward it was when the person you were calling wasn't there.
Yep.
Still, those payphones were our lifeline.
There goes
Giving
your
us a
coin.
way to stay in touch when you couldn't be home or didn't have a
Wait, actually-
landline.
Yeah.
Wrestling in the 80s was pure excitement. And Hulk Hogan was the larger-than-life hero
Oh,
we
yeah.
all looked up to.
Bro.
We were obsessed. We'd watch
Hulkmania.
him rip his shirt off, flex those muscles, and all secretly hope we'd grow up to be just
Undertaker.
as strong.
Bro, that's how
He
long
made it
Undertaker's
feel
been
like
going.
good always won in the end. With that signature, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? The WWF was packed with wild characters,
Ultimate Warrior.
flashy outfits, and storylines that had us glued to the screen. But for us kids, Hogan was the man. The Atari 2600
Oh,
was our
yes.
first real taste of
At my
Hogan.
grandparents' place.
Sure, the
Same
graphics were
carpet.
far from realistic.
True.
Think simple shapes and pixelated colors.
Yeah.
But that didn't matter. It was all about the thrill of
Oh,
playing something new.
It was the greatest thing ever.
But the
Games like
grandparents.
Space Invaders and Pac-Man pulled us in, and we'd spend hours trying to get that perfect high score. It was a time when video games were an exciting new frontier, and every joystick movement
That
felt
was your
like an
controller.
adventure. For
That was
many
it.
of us, the Atari 2600 was the start of a lifelong love for gaming.
So good.
The Smurfs were everywhere in the 80s.
Yep.
I
These
never watched
tiny
them.
blue
Oh, I watched it
creatures
so
lived in
much.
mushroom
I've never
houses
watched them.
and got into all sorts of mischief, led by the wise and caring Papa
Still coming
Smurf.
out with new movies as well.
Every Saturday morning, we tune in to watch their adventures,
Yep.
hoping they
Yeah, there's been
outsmart
live-action
the evil
movies as well.
Gargamel
Yeah, I remember
and
the
his cat, Azrael. The Smurfs weren't just a cartoon. They were a world of imagination.
I remember getting them at
filled with
McDonald's.
quirky
Yeah, yep.
characters and heartwarming moments. And let's not forget about that theme song. If you were a kid back then, it's likely still playing in your head right now. Polaroid cameras were a game changer in the
Oh,
80s.
dang. I never got one
Before
of them.
everyone had a phone with a camera,
Yep.
getting a photo instantly was like magic. You'd snap a picture, shake it for a few seconds, and then watch as the image slowly appeared
They're
in
never
front
that
of your
good quality
eyes.
though. No.
It wasn't
Nah.
just about taking pictures. It was about capturing moments that you could hold
Better than
in
nothing,
your
though.
hand
Yeah.
right away. And even though digital photos rule today, there's something special about those vintage instant prints.
Yeah.
Iconic.
If this
Big
video
time.
reminded you of the good old
Oh,
days,
yes.
there's plenty more to explore on the channel. Feel free to explore and share.
Yeah, we're definitely
Oh.
we're gonna check out the
The
90s.
90s, a peek inside a 1960s home.
Whoa, I need to check that
That
out.
looks cool.
That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, so what did you guys think?
Wow.
Totally different life. Like,
Yeah.
look, a different world. It almost
Yeah.
looks like an alternate reality.
And that's
It's
only like 45 years ago.
yeah, we're 5 years away from 1980 being 50 years ago.
Don't start. No.
No.
Don't say that.
That is crazy. Can you imagine like having absolutely no streaming, no cell phone device? No, you can't choose what music you listen to
No
until the Walkman came
instant
out.
contact with anyone.
Yep.
Except for someone that's in your home, and if you happen to be home when they rang the phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
That for me is, I think, the buzziest part.
Yeah.
Is like you can't just be like, oh, I forgot the blah blah blah. Can you-"
Yeah. Everything's so instant now, eh?
I can't even
Back
imagine
then-
not having that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, oh, Denzi, don't remember in 2 weeks you've got your play date with blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like because you had to like plan it out.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, nothing. You know.
Or if you were out and then you were like, oh, I've got a flat tire, I'm not going to be home. I can't tell. How am I going to?
Yeah, you got to weigh people down.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
if-
your only chance.
It's like
Now you're like, what did I even do?
I leave my phone at home to go food shopping, and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
what is?
But luckily during the 80s we were being looked after by
Yeah.
our parents. So
Yeah.
imagine being our parents.
Oh no.
When they imagine raising a
But
family.
there was a
back
level
then.
of trust as well there that just doesn't exist today.
Yeah.
It's like your kids could play outside till dark, and you weren't needing to know where they were every second.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Way more commonly than now.
But I was going to say to you, looking at the Blockbuster, because when you were born, Atlanta, we were still going
Yes.
to Blockbuster.
Yep.
Actually, you too.
It was
we
called
have a
Video
video-
Easy.
It was
Yeah.
called, and
It was called Video Easy
yeah.
at
We
that
had
point.
one by Linfield, didn't we?
Yep,
Yep.
that's the one we went to. Do you remember how many hundreds of dollars of fines we racked up?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
'Cause of
they
what?
well,
Yeah.
thankfully they closed
Yeah.
down in business, and
Yeah.
we didn't have to pay it. We
Yeah.
had something like $220 or something
Yeah.
From what? Not returning
from
them
overdue fines.
Overdue
Because
fines.
we'd
I think
forget to return them.
games. I used to rent out like PlayStation. Probably I think it was PlayStation 2 at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember going to the video store. on Linfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the last
PS3
video
maybe.
stores as well.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah.
like right by our house.
Yeah.
And I think there's still one last surviving Blockbuster video in America. I think there's one left.
Is there?
Yeah.
And now it's just an iconic, like,
Yeah, I think it's just obviously
Like-
a bunch of people still have VCRs and they want to make use of them. And
oh, it's not even just a
no, you can just
tourist attraction.
No, you can. Oh, I think obviously it's that, and you can rent out videos.
Wow. Friday nights used to be go to rent out a video.
Yep,
And then
same.
pick up your takeout.
McDonald's probably.
Probably McDonald's or Burger King.
Yeah.
And then go home. And then the buzzy thing is that you couldn't really binge watch anything unless you got lots of different
No.
videos.
Yeah.
Whereas now
Oh.
you can find a series on Netflix and just binge watch for hours.
Yeah. I remember almost every Saturday I would go play soccer and then come back. I would probably have a friend, like this is like Denzi's age.
Yeah.
I'd have a friend with me and we would go to Video Easy or whatever it was, like
Yeah.
United Video. And we would spend about 2 hours in there just like looking at all the games that they
Yeah.
had. Get like 2 or 3 video games and just go jam out the entire weekend.
Yeah.
That was like my weekends most of the time back then.
And do you remember the little room at the back that you were never allowed in?
Oh yeah, yeah. The adult room.
yeah.
Now it's just displayed all on Netflix for the kids to see when they go and...
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed that one, make sure you smash the like button and let us know, if there's another like decade or era that we need to check out
And-
and what it was like.
Would you be keen for us to take a peek inside a 1960s home? Because I would like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also got the 90s to check out, which is probably far more relevant to us.
I would say so.
Yeah, we remember a bit more from the 90s.
And since you know that I didn't watch TV growing up, let me know if you guys have any things you want me to see for the first
Yeah, any
time.
movie recommendations.
Any movie,
Or TV
series,
series, yeah.
or music recommendations that we
I
can
probably
check
would have
out.
seen them.
Sam's probably seen them, but
Yeah.
as you guys know, I never saw anything. So
Yeah.
me and the kids can see it for the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And also check us out on Patreon. All that is down in the description box below. And if you want to check out Atlanta's channel, she's
Yep.
got heaps of videos over there.
And guys, we are probably traveling around the USA right now as you're watching this. So if you want to see where we're at this moment in the USA, check us out on Patreon, because we have daily behind the scenes vlogs uploaded over there, and
Yep.
you can follow our trip on Patreon before we even return. So
Yep.
go and check us out if that's something that you're interested in seeing.
We're probably right now
Definitely.
somewhere stuck in the snow,
Yep.
broken
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
cold,
Probably
Cold.
lighting a fire somewhere in the car.
on the
Yeah.
side of the road.
Exactly.
In the car.
Probably holding hands with the taxi driver.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.